Flowcharts, documenting and refining the process. In this section, we'll talk about what a flowchart is, why a flowchart is important, how it's used to create infrastructure within an organization to identify breakdowns, and ultimately, how it makes your business more efficient. Your organization is a machine made up of many connected gears. If one gear or process disconnects or breaks down, the whole system suffers. Flowcharts will allow you to identify inefficiencies within the business. It outlines the resources needed to carry out the individual process within your business. Resources can be human resources, technological resources, or physical resources like equipment or hardware. A process example can be as simple as creating an invoice or conducting a sales call. Flowchart exercise: identifying each individual process within every department. First, we look at how many steps it takes to carry out any individual process within the organization. And we ask the questions: why does it take this many steps? Is there a better way to do this process? Can we streamline these processes? Can we be more efficient within this process? Can we ultimately add more value through this process? So here's a flowchart example. Let's say we're looking at your finance department. There's a process for collections, a process for creating invoices, a process for billing clients, things of that nature. When building a flowchart, we pinpoint 4 things. We define the process into steps. We look at the person in charge of each step. We ask how much time it takes for each step. And we look at which system is used in each step. That's the exercise. Chances are we're going to find opportunities to streamline most, if not all, of our processes. Maybe add in new technology to enhance our overall workflow, and coincidentally, add more value to our customers or our clients. In this template, you can see I've listed out a 10-step process. Your job is to fill in the blanks. Very clearly define what is involved in each step, who's responsible for each step, what system is used inside of each step, and the amount of time it takes for each step. At the end of the process, you'll understand how many people are involved in a process, ultimately, how long the process takes end to end, and which systems and how many different systems may need to be used inside of a process. When you're done working through a flowchart exercise, you then begin to ask, how can I refine this? Can we reduce the steps, take it from 2 to 3? Can we reduce the stakeholders? Can we reduce the time it takes? Can we reduce the number of systems used? Does this process ultimately create more value for the company, for the client? Is this process scalable? Is it more profitable to outsource this process or keep it in-house? Where can we innovate? Can we automate? The go-to thinking here may lead you towards reducing steps. However, there may be times where you need to add a step to make sure that you're adding more value, and other times you may need to add an individual. Maybe it's time to bring in some new software that makes one function completely irrelevant because everything can be done using that piece of software. You won't know these things until you've gone through the workflow process. With proper systems in place, you'll be able to do more and scale your business.